Alright, hello and welcome to a new Let's Play, a new type of Let's Play that I'm going to try with a few new MMOs that come out. I'm going to try it with DC Online as well, but this is Rift. This is the new MMO that's technically not out yet. This is kind of the preview for those who pre-ordered. Basically, there's a head start. I think it officially comes out March 1st, I believe. At any rate, obviously I'm not just going to post all the gaming videos. I'm going to record just myself playing, and what I'll probably do is at least go through character creation. I'll probably go through the first few levels. I'll try to do different things. I'll try to do PvP. I'll try to do questing, the first few levels, and try to give you a good basic idea. And then at the end, after a few good hours, give you a summation of my thoughts on the game. So far, it's getting a good reception from the people who play it. Basically, I got suckered into playing this, to be honest. I didn't follow it a lot. I know that Scott Hartzman was one of the driving forces behind this game. If you're not familiar with him, he was Gallant, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Anyway, he was one of the really the big forces behind fixing EQ2. EQ2 when it first came out really was not very good. He really turned it around, and it's a really good MMO now. If you've not tried it, it's really good. I would say give it a shot. Anyway, there's an intro in here. I cut it out, or I stopped watching it, so I'm going to play the intro now. And the person who suckered me into playing this just messaged me asking me how I like it.
He's headed for a tear.
Hurry!
He's heading for his hair.
Where are your gods now, Guardian?
I wasn't chosen for my faith. No!
Life Rift!
Cthulhu slumbers. Kind of a life-giving Cthulhu. A happy, hippie Cthulhu.
Ancestor souls, your strength is mine!
Kona cold. Hey, when they're unconscious, they can't say no. Kill still. So does he get the XP for that?
The gods know the score, Defiant. Now, so do you.
I don't know if I'd talk a big game. I mean, he ran away, let that guy do all the work, kill stole, and then's like, oh yeah, look at me, look what I did. Do you guys see that shit? Alright, I'm gonna pause the video real quick, make sure everything's recording okay. Alright. We're back. Okay. Well, This is a great start to an MMO. All the servers just dropped. Fantastic. I changed my settings and to Ultra. Restarted the UI and all these servers are down. Super! Well, I guess we'll try again later. Okay, it looks like the servers are just now coming back up, so let's try to make a character. Belmont is the server that the friends of mine are on. Defiant, obviously. Let's see, there's two factions, Guardians, Defiants. Guardians are the chosen of the gods, brought back from death to save the world from the corruption of the dragons. Each Guardian has a great destiny to become a celestial hero. Defiants have taken fate into their own hands, turning away from the vigil to pursue their own plan. They harness the power of the planes to fuel magical technologies for the defense of Talara. That sounds much cooler. Guardians are totally lame. Wow, it's like a goth punk elf type guy. This looks like the race is called Kalari. The elves of the lost Kalari Isles have been trained by generations of exposure to raw planar magic. Powerful spiritual mediums, the Kalari are powerful but somewhat unpredictable race. This looks like the two guys from the beginning, I guess. Or at least that chick was one of these, I think. Racial abilities. Camouflage. Instant cooldown 2 minutes. The Kalari transform into a fox for up to 30 seconds, decreasing the range at which enemies aggro them and despawning any pets the Kalari may have. The ability cannot be used in combat. Legacy of the Fire Islands. Fire resistance increased by 20. Alright. Let's see what these. The F, which looks pretty much like a human. The Eth rose up in the deserts of the south, a clever and resourceful race. They have a tradition of taming the environment with magic and technology, so yeah, humans. Racial abilities, agility, cooldown 2 minutes, increased movement speed by 70% for 15 seconds. The ability cannot be used in combat. That sucks a lot. Desert Dweller's Birthright, earth resistance increased by 20. That seems like that'd be good in PvP, maybe against like brute type spells, I don't know. I have no idea. What's up? Kinda cool looking. The last race is the Bami. I guess that's how it's pronounced. B-A-H-M-I, Bami. These exotic tribesmen of the Razade Canyons are a hospitable race of strong, clever people who excel both in the arts of war and crafts. Racial abilities. Mighty Leap, cooldown 15 seconds. Leaps at the selected area cannot be used in combat. What a surprise there. That seems to be a common theme. 30 meter range. Celestial Heritage, air resistance increased by 20. So apparently the racial abilities are a usable ability outside of combat and then some kind of resistance. I'm going to go with, to be honest, I don't know, I still know very little about this game. I played EverQuest, I played a lot of MMOs. I cut my teeth on EverQuest 1, I played it in Enchanter for about 3.5 years. If you're not familiar with EverQuest, Enchanter was a lot of crowd control. Think, if you play, I know that most of you are probably more familiar with WoW. Think mage crowd control, but on a much larger scale. You could, crowd control several creatures at a time, not just one at a time. And I kind of would like to try crowd control again. I don't know if it's going to be as extreme. Anyway, so I wanted to try, there's a class called a Dominator. So I'm going to try that. So I'm thinking, I don't know if that really matters in this game. It doesn't really say. Logically, generally your brute type guys aren't going to be that smart. And these elves actually look pretty cool. And the camouflage thing sounds kind of neat. And that looks kind of cool. And humans are just boring as shit. And what was their special thing? The run thing? That's boring. I want to be a fox. Be a fox. But yeah, no, I don't play chicks in MMOs because that's just bizarre. Alright, next. Yeah, and now one thing I do know about this game is you choose like an archetype. So it's basically the archetypes are warrior. Warrior wears plate mail and excels in melee combat, though they rely on their martial skill. Many also wield magic. Warriors build up attack power that persists across fights to fuel their devastating attacks. Cleric is another archetype, clad in chainmail and renowned for healing magic. Cleric spells are varied in their patron deities and spirit they follow. Clerics are capable combatants, skilled with spells or with a mace. Clerics fuel their spells with holy mana. Mages' only protections are their cloth robes and their potent magic. Mages must carefully manage their mana and the charge that builds within them, which they can harness for even greater power at critical moments. And rogues don leather armor and wield light weapons, proving powerful both at melee and at range. Rogues are most efficient against a single target, upon whom they build up attack power to enable their most damaging strikes. Excuse me. Now, one other thing I want to mention real quick before I go any further. Actually, I'll go ahead and go on. I can kind of detail the classes as I'm doing boring stuff. I'm going to choose Mage because that's what the Dominator is. Oh, go ahead and look at the different armors. That's Warrior, Cleric, Mage, Rogue. So we'll choose Mage because I'm going with Dominator. Alright, while I'm kind of picking what I'm looking like here, this game is a I do know it's like multi-class type. You basically choose, you can have multiple classes at the same time. I don't know exactly how that works. I've got basically I think you can use the same abilities. So, and by the way, I don't really care what you think about WoW. I know, you know, everybody wants to hate on WoW because it's the big one, but I'm going to use WoW as a reference point because most people who've played MMOs are used to WoW. So, just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to use it as a base reference. But think of it as, let's say, in WoW terms, you were like a WoW rogue warrior, so you could use Thunderclap and Sinister Strike because you had levels in rogue and warrior. That's my understanding, and you can, I think, combine up to 3 classes at a time. But again, my understanding is you can combine as many classes as you want. Again, details I'm sketchy on, and I'm sure somebody can give details in comments, and I'm sure that they will. And maybe we'll discover that as we play. I don't know, you know, how long these videos will go on, but kind of like the that's kind of cool. Kind of making the eye colors. It's kind of like purple. Yes, I like purple. I'm man enough to say it. I think you can be plenty manly and be purple. I mean, wear purple. Confident enough in my manliness to wear purple. Chuck Norris could wear purple. Get some manly eyebrows. The manliest of the eyebrows. It's like somebody went crazy with the razor there. That's kind of cool. Had a little way crazy with the razor there. Somebody was saying the elves are kind of girly, which, I mean, well, let's face it, elves are kind of always girly. But I don't think these are too bad. No, that's, yeah, totally not cool. But these aren't that bad. Maybe they were talking about the good guy elves, but, I mean, come on, good guy elves are definitely always gay. At least these aren't like Aeon elf ears that stick out like 20 yards. Kind of like the straight stick out ears, those are kind of neat. I like the color of hair actually. Oh, that's actually pretty neat. I'm digging that. I'm I'm gonna try not to spend too much time here, so that you guys aren't bored while I think around. As a matter of fact, what I'll do is I'll show you the different things. In fact, that is all the different things. Oh, we can choose different marking types for that. And you can choose different hair color or different hair types on the slider. Now that's way, yeah. Oh my god. Life is empty, just like me. There's a rift in my heart. Yeah, new. That's the 80s band hair. That's also no. Bald elves are definitely never okay, except in Dark Sun. No. Dear God, no. Yeah, let's go ahead and stick with the original hair. Alright, I'm gonna make some small tweaks, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Of course, I took like another 10 minutes trying to decide what I want, because I'm generally anal about all that. But, this is what I went with. Pretty happy with it, overall. I really wish they had more hairstylings, of course. With elves, most of them end up being feminine, because that's just the way elves roll, I guess. But, yeah, I kind of like the way he looks. He kind of went with the Elvis Gone Wrong hair. Gonna name him Malachi. I'm sure that name's probably taken, but I'm gonna try it anyway. That's the name I always go with. Oh wow, well, it's not taken. I'm surprised. But anyway, yeah. Send me a tell if you play this and you roll on Belmont.
We couldn't stop them. Without Ascended, we just weren't strong enough. I wasn't strong enough. The Guardians branded us heretics, destroyed our machines, and left us helpless against what was coming.
Asshole Guardians.
Invaders from the rifts swept through the world like a plague. They crushed the Guardians, and then all of Talara fell before them. In their wake came the most ancient of evils.
So the Guardians are like Republicans?
Regulus, the Destroyer. With no one left to stand before him, he devoured everything.
Take a drink of my
But there
sweet tea.
is one last hope. We survivors have made our stand and successfully engineered a new Ascended. You are our masterpiece, Defiant. The fate of Talara rests on your shoulders. You must not fail.
No pressure. No pressure, though. Level 1 Defiant.